So few weeks back I made a video on top 3 small cap stocks which you could invest in, and I also mentioned that I will bring the part 2 of that video. So today I'm back with second part of top 3 small cap stocks which you could invest in. And 3 days back I made a video on 3 good quality mid cap stocks which are undervalued. So if you haven't watched any of these videos, I'm going to share the link in the description section. Please go through it, you will definitely get some useful information. Okay, so in today's video we are going to discuss 3 stocks which belong to 3 different sectors. Okay, and the initials of this company are KGC. What do they stand for? I'm going to discuss in a while. Okay, so the thing is that these 3 stocks which belong to 3 different sectors are very important. Why? Because you need to diversify your portfolio always. Okay, do not bulk up in just one sector because it's your favorite. Let's say your favorite is IT sector and you have a majority of your portfolio consists of IT stocks, and you know, if that's true, in the last few months IT sector has fallen by a lot. Okay, around 30 to 35% the index has fallen, so you can imagine how much the individual stocks would have fallen. So those kind of bets are extremely risky, so definitely consider diversifying your portfolio, and whichever sector is rallying at any given moment, pick the good quality stocks of those sectors and invest in them, right? So that is exactly what I'm going to help you in doing in this video. Okay, so I'll take you to the screen. Just a small reminder that this is not a stock recommendation video. This is just an educational and informational video which will help you in making better investment decisions, right? So with that said, let's get started. All right, so hello everyone and welcome back to another video of Financial Impulse. So the first stock that we are going to discuss today is Kingfa Science and Technology. Kingfa Science and Technologies. Okay, so this stock, as you can read here, Kingfa Science and Technology Limited is a subsidiary company of MS Kingfa Science and Technologies Co Limited, China. Okay, it is engaged in the business of manufacturing high quality modified plastic compounds for automotive and consumer products and personal protective equipments like masks and gloves. Okay, so I will share the official website as well as the screener link, this link. Okay, and you can go through it. You definitely need to do some personal digging into any particular company before investing. Okay, I'm not going to go through everything because the video will be very long. Okay, now we are going to check the basic numbers of this company. So we can see here the screener is telling us that it has 3 main pros which screener has identified. That is, the company is almost debt free, company has a good profit growth of 45.1% CAGR over last 5 years, which is excellent, and company's median sales growth is 23% in the last 10 years. Very good. Okay, so it is a high growth company that we are certain of as of now. Okay, now coming to the current stock price, the stock price is 3272, market cap is just under 4,000 crores. So now you must be thinking that it's a small cap stock. Why the stock price is 3,272? Has it gone up to its full potential? The stock price is stock price looks very high, because normally small cap stocks fall in the range of 100, 200, 300 or maximum 500. This is around 3,000. So the reason behind that is the number of stocks. Okay, the number of equity shares, that is just 1.21 crore. This number is extremely small, so that clearly means that the supply is limited. When the supply is limited, the demand obviously should remain high. That is what is the demand supply theory. Okay, that's why you should not be worried that the stock price is too high and it might fall. No, that is not going to happen. As the number of shares is low, that's why people are willing to pay high price for this good quality stock. That's why the stock price is high, and I will later on, maybe in this video or in some other video, show you the example if you still have confusion regarding that. Like let's say Geo Financial Services, so it has number of equity shares around 600 plus, as much as I recall. Okay, you can go and check. So it is 600 crores and here it is just 1.21 crores, so almost 500 times more. So that's why that is the thing you should consider always. Okay, now coming to reserves, it has 640 crores of reserves. Debt is just 45 crore. That's why debt to equity ratio is excellent at 0.07. Sales growth 3 years average 33.66. Profit growth 184.50. Same also with earning per share 184.50. So tremendously growing company. Okay. Now interest coverage ratio almost 34. Excellent. Current ratio slightly under 2, which is also very good. Operating profit margin 12.83. Industry P is 27.17. Stock P is 27.45. So almost we can say it is fairly valued at this moment, and ultimate Z score above 9, which is good. Okay, now coming to 3 years profit and loss statement, we can see the sales growth has shown some good jump for 1404 crore to 1488 crore, then 1680 crore. So clearly there is sign of growth. Operating profit 128 crores to 185, then 216. Operating profit margin 9%, 12%, 13%. So the sales, operating profit margin, everything has been growing for the last 3 years. That is excellent. Okay, for the small cap stock. Now coming to the shareholding pattern. So we'll compare the last 2 quarters. Okay, so we can see the promoters have kept the stake maximum as much as they can, because after listing the promoters are allowed to keep maximum 75%, and you can see it is 74.99. okay, so they did not sell much of their stake. Okay, maximum as much as they can, they have kept it. Okay, FI's holding have remained constant in the last 2 quarters. Okay, 6.35%, whereas DI's holding have slightly increased. In fact, it is highest in its history. You can see it is 0.0000, then in September quarter 0.04, then again it became 0, now 0.17. So the DIs have taken some stake in the March quarter, which is a good thing. Clearly the smart money, the promoters, they are very confident about the stock. That's why they are keeping good numbers. Okay, now let's go to the price action. So when it comes to the price action, what do we see here? Kingfa Science and Technologies. Okay, so in the weekly time frame, what I see is that the stock is facing resistance around this level. Okay, this is around 3500, you can say, you can round up. So if I draw one zone here, okay, covering this area, we can see that the stock is actually facing resistance at this 3500 to 3600 region, and currently the stock is actually heading towards that level. So is this a good time to make an entry in this stock? I would say no, it's not a good time. The reason behind that is multiple times the stock has come down after hitting this level 3500, you can say. Okay, here is once, and again it has already started showing strength of weakness here. So there is high probability it could come down again, but we have to keep this stock in our watch list because the fundamentals are good. We just have to time a proper entry. Timing is extremely important, else a good company becomes a bad investment if you buy it at a very high price and when it is not starting a rally. Okay, so timing is extremely important, remember that. So we have to wait for the stock to form a proper base over here and then give a breakout above 3500 level. Okay, so that's why as of now your work is to dig deeper into this company, do more fundamental research, try to know as much as you can about this company and keep the stock in your watch list. Do not jump in a hurry to make profit. Okay, you have to wait for the stock to give a breakout above 3500 level. Okay, so this was Kingfa Science and Technologies, right? So now the second stock that we are going to discuss is actually going to belong from the jewelry sector. Okay, you know Titan, you know many other companies, and this stock, what is the name of the stock? Goldiam International. So let's check out Goldiam International. Coming back to the screen, we are going to open Goldiam International. Okay, now I'm not going to go details about this thing here because you can go through it. I'll share the link in the description section as I mentioned. So we are going to check the fundamental numbers of this company. So we can see the current stock price of this Goldiam International is 385 with a market cap of 4000 crores. Okay, so it's a small cap stock. Reserves it has is 647. Debt it has is 4.53. So very minimal debt. That's why debt to equity ratio is fantastic at 0.01. 3 years average sales growth 14, average profit growth 21, average earning per share growth 22.75. Interest coverage ratio is above 1000, which is extremely good. current ratio above 6, this is also a great number. Okay, operating profit margin 20, and you can see that the operating profit margin is actually highest in this list. Okay, no other company is having more than around 20 even. This has 20.16, so it's a very good number. Industry P is 31.59, stock P is 36.86, and if you notice carefully, this 31.59 and 36.86 are actually close. That means the stock is kind of fairly valued. If you consider valuation, definitely is fairly valued. And if you compare the other stocks, you can see this one, Titan 95, 81. This one is undervalued. Okay, PC Jewelers. Okay, and then PN Guardgill Jewelry, this is 33.90, 50, 42, 97. So 36.86 I would say is a fairly valued number. So definitely it's a good time in terms of valuation. Okay, now coming to the 3 years sales and profit growth. Okay, so from 2023 to 2024 sales growth has been good, 533 crore to 603 crore, then 730 crore. Operating profit 104, 115, then 147. Operating profit margin 20, 19, 20, very good. And earning per share 7.75, 8.50, 10.46. So clearly the stock has been growing for the last 3 years. Now the shareholding pattern. So if we consider last 3 quarters also, we can see the promoter stake has almost been the same. Okay, here there has been slight drop, 63.32 to 62.38, almost 1% drop, and here there is around 0.3% drop. But at the same time you can see the FIs have increased the stake nicely, 0.58 to 0.74, then 1.35, which is a good thing. DIs have increased their stake 0.00 to 0.37, then 0.68. So clearly the smart money is getting into this stock. Definitely there should be some reason, and promoter stake is almost same. There is no major drop like 5%, 7% drop, just 1%, 0.3% drop is fine. And at the same time the smart money is increasing their stake. So definitely the fundamentals of this company is good. Along with that, the shareholding pattern is actually showing something very interesting. Okay, as per me. Okay, now coming to the price action, Goldiam International. Okay, so in the weekly time frame we can see the stock has actually given a good rally from this July 2024 to January 2025. You can see there is a massive rally actually, around 200% in just 200 days. So that is just fantastic. So will the stock continue to go up from here? Yes, but when? Not now, because you can see the stock is actually facing weakness around this level. Okay, you can see very big red candles. So what should you do now? You should, I am drawing this level here, around this level is around 550 we can say. Okay, so 550 rounded up. You have to wait for the stock to come to this level, form a good base just like Kingfa Science and Technology, and then give a breakout above this 500 level. Then you can participate in the rally. Do not be in a rush, because the fundamentals, just because the fundamentals good does not mean you should jump into a stock when the price action is not right, or when it is showing weakness. No, never do that, because your money will get blocked for a long time. You don't want that. Okay, so timing is very important. So just keep this stock in your watch list as of now, and keep watching. Maybe in some weeks or in coming months it will definitely go soar into the new levels above 550 level, and that will be a good time for making entry in Goldiam International. Okay, so we have already discussed 2 stocks, and let me know in the comment section below how you find this video to be. If you really like the video, please hit the like button and share it with other people. Now we are going to discuss the last stock in the list, and it belongs to IT sector, and the name is Cigniti Technologies. So let's check out Cigniti Technologies. Okay, so Cigniti Technologies. Okay, so we can see that this company belongs to the software sector, and you can definitely read here all the details in which field it is working, where the revenue is coming from, customer base, and all these things. I will leave it up to you. Okay, so that you can do some research. Now we are going to check the fundamental numbers. So the current stock price is 1562, market cap 4280 crores, reserves it has is 935 crore, and a very small debt of 27.93. that's why debt to equity ratio is 0.03. excellent. 3 years average sales growth 17.50, average profit growth 34, average earning per share growth 35. Interest coverage ratio 102. Current ratio is above 4. This is fantastic. Operating profit margin 14.35, and industry P is 31.53, and you can see the stock P is just 19.32. And if you compare it with the list, you can see all the above stocks are having much more PE than this stock. 259, 30, 60, 50, 43, 45, 46, 9. This is 19.32. So if you really like undervalued stock, definitely this is the one you should keep in your watch list. Okay, now coming to the 3 years profit and loss statement, let's check how the stock has been growing for the last 3 years. So we can see there has been good jump in sales, 1648 crores to 1815 crore, then 2000 crore. Operating profit 238 crore, and here there is small drop. Why is that? Not because the operating profit it actually dropped because of the drop in operating profit margin, 14% to 12%, but then again it jumped to 289, and again the margin also jumped to 14%, which is a good thing. Now earning per share 59.9 to 60.66, 73.06. So the growth has been looking very strong for Cigniti Technologies. Now the shareholding pattern. So if we consider last 3 quarters data, we can see the promoters have sharply increased their stake from 22.68 to 55.32. Huge jump. Okay, almost 33% jump, and here also same 55% almost. Okay, now FI is 4.64% to 8.25, then 9.73. Okay, then DI is 6.97 to 10.42, then 10.59. So the promoters, FIs, DIs, everyone has sharply increased their stake. So what is going on with this company? Definitely there should be something interesting about the story of this company, the fundamental story. That's why the smart money and the promoter is increasing their stake. So you cannot afford to lose this stock, miss this stock. Keep it in your watch list. Okay, so fundamental wise it is looking very strong. Now let us go to the price action and see Cigniti Technologies. Okay, and now this is the only one stock in the list which is actually showing signs that yes, you could make an entry. Let me explain it to you. Okay, so if we enable the momentum indicators, we can see that the stock has now gone up above, the RSI level has gone up above 50, which is a good thing. Okay, and we can also see a crossover here in the weekly time frame in the MACD. So this is clearly a good thing. Now if I enable the 40 weeks moving average, that is the 200 days moving average, so the stock has sharply gone up from this 1000 to 1500 level, 50% in 50 days. Okay, and if I enable 10 weeks moving average, we can see the golden cross here. Okay, there is a golden cross. Now let me go to the daily time frame for this one, because the price action is looking strong and we need to dig deeper. So if we go to the price action, what do we see here? Okay, let me just tell you that this black line is the 200 days moving average, and this blue line is the 50 days moving average, and we can see the golden cross again here in daily time frame. And if I enable, if I put one support resistance line here, we can see that the stock is actually, just a second, let me draw the line. Yes, the stock is actually starting to show strength here. Okay, and let's check the volume as well. So if I enable the volume, you can see we are getting some big volume spikes near this level. That clearly means the stock is ready to start a new rally. Okay, now what should you do right now? So I would say that you should check the IT sector, the IT index, what it is telling, and this stock is actually looking strong. If you want to add some investment right now, you can, but be cautious not to dump a lot of money, because the fundamentals is extremely good, or the smart money and promoters are jumping in with huge numbers. Don't invest just because of that. You should be technically you should have that technical understanding that yes, this is the right time, then only invest in that. So that's why I would say limited entry is fine. Do not just jump in, and once the rally continues, then you can add more. So you can invest some amount right now, but just a reminder that this is not a stock recommendation video. Okay, just an educational video. Okay, and then go to the weekly time frame and wait for the stock to actually go above the 60 level in RSI. Okay, if it continues, then again drop back to the daily time frame and add more units. In that way you should divide your investment. Do not just wildly continue investing in just one stock at any particular level because you just got the confirmation that yes, it is going to start a trend. Okay, don't do that. So that is the overall picture of Cigniti Technologies, and if you are getting the stock below 1600 level, then I would say it's a good thing. Okay, it would be a good investment, right? So those were the three stocks in this video: KGC. Okay, Kingfa Science and Technology. G stands for Goldiam and C stands for Cigniti Technologies. Let me know in the comment section below how you liked this video, and also if you actually liked it, mention in the comments, and I will make the part 3 as well, because obviously we know that not only 2, 3, 5 stocks are available for investment, a lot more stocks are available, and also I will post some of the stock analysis in my community section, and if you want to check them out, go to the community section and you can buy the membership. Okay, now that is all for this video. I hope this video was useful and informative. Please hit the like button, subscribe to Financial Impulse. Thank you for watching. I'll meet you in the next one. Bye, take care.